Part 4 of Section 1.8, we always have a few of these problems thrown in throughout this first chapter where you have to take a sentence or take a phrase and write it in mathematical terms. So you've seen this before on some of the other problems. Now that we've learned some new properties, then we can apply these also to our translation problems. Write each phrase as an algebraic expression, simplify if possible. Let x represent the unknown number. Okay, number 1 says 3 times a number subtracted from 10. Okay, try to use your commas kind of help you separate things too. If I could just write 3 times a number, well, that my number is x, that's unknown, so that would be 3x subtracted from 10. Okay, so 3x is being subtracted from 10. Look back on your notes. Remember, this means that the 10 is going to come first. So this means 3 times a number is being subtracted from 10. Okay, can I simplify? No. Well, we don't have any like terms, so that would be our answer. Okay, number 2 says the sum of a number and 2 divided by 5. Okay, again, use that comma to kind of separate yourself off and do it in parts. Okay, what does sum mean? The sum of a number and 2. Well, my number is x. Sum means addition. So I'm adding a number and 2. So this would be the sum of a number and 2 divided by 5. Now, a lot of times, we'll just use the fraction bar to show division. So all of this is divided by 5. This would be one way you could write it. Or if you want to use the division sign, you would need to make sure that you put this in parentheses, that it's x plus 2, all of it divided by 5. Now, I would take either answer, and I also think the computer would too. But you would have to make sure it's in parentheses to show that it's all of this divided by 5. Can't simplify, there's nothing we can do with those terms. Number 3 says 3 times a number added to the sum of twice a number and 6. Okay, so a lot going on in this problem. I'm going to do the first part. 3 times a number. Okay, my number is x. 3 times a number is just 3x. Added to, okay, 3x is added to the sum of twice a number and 6. So this part I'm going to have to kind of break down a little bit. How would I write twice a number and 6? Let's forget about this sum part so far. Twice a number would be 2x, okay? So the sum of 2x and 6. Sum means addition. So if it just said the sum of twice a number and 6, then I've got that part taken care of. Okay, let's read the whole sentence. 3 times a number added to the sum of 3x and 6. This would need to go in parentheses since it's the sum of that sentence or of that phrase. So I would write it like this. And then combine. Use our rules of grouping that says if we're just adding, this is the associative property. If we're just adding these, then I can group 3x plus 2x together because those are like terms. And I can combine those. So that would be 5x plus 6. So this is what they're talking about when it says simplify if possible. Anytime from here on out, if you have like terms, then in your answer you should always have those combined so that you can have it in simplest form.